So when I think about mentorship and the relationships with that, I look back at my life and I think of different phases with different people. The one I was going to share about today was not what I typically view as that process. Most of the times when I think of that, I think of the relationships I've had with other men where we are meeting on a regular basis and we're challenging each other, and they're kind of speaking into my life and calling me on things and encouraging me in things. And this relationship is with a family, Denny and Connie Taylor, for me, and they have known me since I was an infant, and but have only lived close to me probably for the first few years of my life. After that, what would happen as I look back at life is I'd see them come in seasons of need for me, to speak into me, to offer help during trying times. So when they moved away. We were in the same town. They moved away, and then they were real close to my mom and my dad, and they were my godparents, I should point out. But what happened was, during seasons like when my mom passed away, you'd see them draw close, and they'd walk with me for that time period, and they'd have be there to listen, be there to speak into my life, and it was the same thing a few years later when I was in my early 20s trying to kind of navigate life in that. And what happened was I was like a puppy, so to speak, where I'd look 100 different directions, going everywhere. And what they were able to do in the mentorship with their experience and their wisdom and knowledge is basically calm me down and able to remove the things that were distractions. Says, Gabe, this is the important things in your life. I want you to not look at all these other things. This is the important things. Remove those other objects and objects, so to speak, right now, and just focus in on this is what we believe God has for you. And that mentorship and that relationship during those times brought me so much peace, got rid of so much anxiety, as I had someone there with experience to help me walk through what was a difficult time period for me. And so, and that's still the case today. If I run into a problem or issue, they're going to be the ones that I call. And there's been other experiences beyond this where I'm trying to figure out how to do this, how to do life, how to, we're talking about marriage, we're talking about parenting, we're talking about interactions in the church. They'll be there. If I pick up the phone, they'll be there. And that's very powerful. And I hopefully, at some point in my life, I can have the same impact that they have had on me, where I can help someone bring clarity into their life, that God can use me in that manner, that we can weed out some of the distractions and help them focus in on what's real, what matters for eternity, and not to get overwhelmed by the other aspects of life. So for me, that's who I wanted to bring up, because as we're thinking about people in our lives, I don't want us to put limitations on proximity. We all have people that we care deeply about that might not be in our day-to-day lives. But that doesn't mean they can't have a powerful impact, or you can't have a powerful impact on them.